What, we some kind of suicide squad?
I am Iron Man.
You are a toy!
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Server Anakin! I have the high ground!
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
Welcome back to the Big Movie Bois Podcast, the only podcast that has overthrown its host. I'm your host, Ben Stitch, and with me today, as always, is Jeremy, Flying V. Bauman.
Thank you for allowing me to join you on this wonderful podcast.
And Bob, I am going to Enleable.
What's up, guys? Gordon Bombay is a piece of shit, and I'm going to drink and drive after this episode.
We're doing things a little bit different this week, if you couldn't tell. Jeremy got sick of doing all that pre-podcast work, so he put me in charge this week, and let's just hope things don't fly too far off the rails. Later in the podcast, we are going to be reviewing the greatest Pee-wee hockey movie of all time, that is The Mighty Ducks. But first, we have our third installment of the Big Movie Bois Challenge. And as the two-time defending champ, we decided to let me take the reins on this one. This challenge will be a little like categories. There are 4 movie categories involving a different sport: football, baseball, basketball, and boxing. For each category, we were tasked with writing down all the movies we could think of that would fall into that sport. We're going to list those movies out, and whichever movies the other 2 people don't have will count as a point for that person, as long as we all agree it fits into that sport. Most points in each category will get you the victory for that sport movie genre. Jeremy, take it away, because I definitely fucked up the explanation.
I think that was pretty fair.
Yeah, that made sense.
The only thing I would add is, so we each have our lists. We committed them all from memory. There was no research allowed. At least I didn't research.
I did not research.
I'm
looking at Bob.
I knew you guys were not, and I have 2 on my list that I know you're going to call bullshit on, but I swear to fucking Christ, they're off of my head. Swear to God.
So as we go around and we list off the movies that we have, if nobody else included that movie on our list, we get 2 points for that movie. If one of the other 2 people had that movie on their list, we get 1 point. And if all 3 of us had that movie on our list, then nobody gets any points for that movie. As you said, the most points per category wins the category. Most category wins at the end will be the winner. But more importantly, we need to know who the loser is.
Yes, very
I
important.
guarantee victory.
Bob,
There it is. He just signed his death warrant.
I've never been this confident. I know I'm fucking winning.
Wow, that's a bold statement coming from someone who has made that statement twice already and lost both times.
I know I'm winning this one, guys. I just know it. It's going to happen.
If history has any bearing on this event today, then Ben will win, I will come in second, and Bob will lose. But let's see if history will repeat itself yet again.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with the first category, and we're going to start with football. I will go through my list, and we'll see if you guys have the movies. My first movie, you got your lists up?
Got my list
Ready to go?
Remember the Titans.
Got it.
I do not have it.
1 point
How
for
the
me.
fuck do you not have Remember the I've never even seen that movie, and that's the first football movie I think of.
I was talking a lot of smack about Bob. I'll be honest, I'm not very confident in my
You shouldn't be.
in
I
my
hope you
list.
fucking lose. I'll
In
be
my
so
list
happy
here
if you
so
lose.
far.
All right, my second movie, The Little Giants.
Don't have it.
Never even heard of it.
Nice. We're just going to take my
I've
word
also
for it.
never even heard of that.
Next movie, The Replacements.
What the fuck is that? I don't have that either.
I've at least heard of that one. Didn't know it was a football movie. Did not have it on my list.
5 points early on for Ben. Looks like the
Jesus
football category is going to be mine. Next movie. No, I'm just thinking you guys aren't going to have any of these. Radio.
I got Radio.
Do not have radio.
Jeremy, you're definitely not winning, dude.
Not winning this category. That seems pretty
I got
sure.
Radio.
All right, next one, Friday Night Lights.
Got that one.
Do I have Friday Night Lights? I thought that was a TV show.
It was also a
It was
movie.
both.
Oh.
I wasn't positive it was a movie.
I fucking thought it was a...
I only know it is because of The Office. They watch Friday Night Lights. And
I'm a little pissed off at myself. I thought of Friday Night Lights, but I thought it was only a TV show.
Hey, Jeremy's on the board now with a point.
I knew that was a TV show. I wasn't positive it was a movie. Put it on my list just in case.
Smart move. Next one, Waterboy.
Got it.
Got it.
It's the first one on my fucking list.
There we go. Next one, Gridiron Gang, starring The Rock.
What?
I almost wrote The Rock football movie because I could not come
Have you
up
not
with the
seen that
title.
movie?
No.
It's basically The Longest Yard,
Oh.
which
wait.
is coincidentally my next movie.
Okay.
Looks like I've got another
Is
2
that the one where
points.
he's a tooth fairy?
No, that's the Tooth Fairy, which I almost wrote down.
Fuck.
I'm killing this one. Yeah, Longest Yard next.
I got that.
I got Longest Yard.
Invincible, starring
Got
Mark
that.
Wahlberg.
Are you fucking kidding me? That was the
Jeremy
second one
does
on my
not.
list.
I do not have that one.
Nice.
Oh, wait, so I got... Wait, did you have Longest Yard, Jeremy?
Yeah, he did. Next one, The Blind Side.
Got it.
Got it.
Next one, Concussion.
Got it.
Got it.
Next one, Draft Day.
What?
Kevin Costner.
Oh!
They don't play football in it. It's about the NFL draft. So I'll let you guys litigate that one if you want to count that one or not. Because obviously I'm going to win this category either way.
I'd give you that one.
Is that the one where they with the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take that. That's enough about football.
And my last one on my list is We Are Marshall.
Don't have We Are Marshall. Fuck.
Never even heard of that one.
Is that about? That's about
The plane crash.
Okay. All right. Am I up? Mm-hmm. All right. One that Ben missed. The original Longest Yard
I know. I almost said that.
with Burt Reynolds,
Yeah.
who was in both. I knew I'm taking
He
a
is in
point on
both.
that one. Once
Yeah.
you didn't
You
say
get
it,
two-
I was like,
You get 2 points.
I get 2
don't have it
points.
either.
Oh, that's
Jeremy doesn't
fucking
either.
weird, Jeremy. Wow. Let's see. Any Given Sunday. Can't believe you didn't
fuck,
have
how'd
that.
I forget
Can't
that
believe
one?
you didn't have Any Given Sunday.
Nope.
Wow, that's a good movie. Al Pacino and fucking
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx. Rudy.
Holy fucking shit. How
That's
did
the only one I
forget
don't have. Rudy. Yeah, man. Lord of the Rings, dude. Fucking
Jeremy, what the fuck? How do you not have any of these?
Rudy,
I knew I was gonna
Rudy and
forget
Radio.
some.
Rudy
Yeah.
and Radio, and I was like, are they both? Is that this? I thought it was Rudy Radio was the name of the movie, but like, fucking. So that's wow.
Was that your last one? How many more you got?
That was, you said Remember the Titans, Invincible, Blind Second Cousin. That's all mine.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I do still have some left over.
Really?
You
There's
guys
some 2
missed.
points. Wow.
What the fuck are they?
He is 2
I've got the Disney classic 1976's Gus.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god.
It's a movie about a horse playing on a football team.
Do you have Air Bud?
Yes.
Oh my god.
The football Airbud? I thought no.
The basketball airbud.
Oh, I have that too.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't put that
When we get
shit.
there, I have that.
Is
yeah.
there a football airbud?
There probably was. I
There
thought
is.
about putting it
There
down.
is, yeah.
And then I was gonna make a case for this one. I threw in Forrest Gump,
I'm going to have to say no. That is not a football movie.
No.
only because while trying to think of football movies, the scene of Forrest Gump playing football was the only thing running
Exactly.
through my brain.
That's one scene. That's why it's not a
that's-
football movie.
No, yeah, that doesn't count. That's too far off.
Well, do you guys want to? Should we all tally up our points? I should probably get my calculator out real quick.
Bob, how many? I had 14,
I'm at 9.
so I will take that category.
That sucks.
You didn't hear how many I have though.
I'm gonna
2?
3.
All right. We ready? Next category is boxing. So, first movie on my list, Southpaw.
0 for 1.
Negatory.
You guys don't have Southpaw?
I totally forgot
Are
about
you
that
serious,
movie.
dude? That movie came out like 3 years ago.
It was shitty too.
Starting to think I haven't seen a lot of sports movies.
I got 2 on Southpaw. All right. Next movie, Rocky 1.
Got it.
I just have it listed as Rocky. Do
Okay,
they
well, that's fair.
retroactively call it Rocky
Fair.
1?
It's actually just called Rocky, but
So it sounds like only I got points for that one.
all right. Rocky 2,
Got it.
it.
Rocky 3,
Got it.
Got it.
Rocky 4,
Got it.
Got it.
Rocky 5.
Fuck! There's a Rocky 5.
There is a Rocky 5.
So you guys
I
each
knew
got a
it.
point. Shit.
Rocky 5 is actually the Street Fighter one. They literally fucking fight in the streets, and it has Tommy Gunn, played by Tommy Morrison, who, if you saw that 30 for 30, he was a real life boxer, got AIDS.
Wow.
Great 30 for 30 about Tommy Morrison. Oh my god,
Sounds like an
unbelievable.
even better movie.
Rocky 5 actually sucks. The 30 for 30 about Tommy Morrison, very good.
I think I've only seen 1 and 4.
Okay, well guess what? What about Rocky Balboa, aka Rocky 6?
Okay, don't have that one. See,
You
I
got
did not-
Rocky Balboa. Do you have it as Rocky Balboa or do you have Rocky 6?
Read it and weep. Rocky Balboa.
Do you want to have Rocky Balboa?
I didn't think there were
Wow.
5 movies.
There's actually 6, but then we go on to a branch off of the Rocky movies. Creed?
Yep.
Got it.
Creed 2.
Got it.
I
Yep.
assumed you'd both have those. Here's another one, Cinderella Man.
Got it.
Negative.
Negative. That's been on my list of movies I wanted to watch for a very long time.
You've never seen it?
No,
Wow,
I've
great
wanted to see it
movie.
forever. That's like end of Russell Crowe's like.
I'll take an extra point
Dominance.
on that because you haven't seen it.
All right, our boy, Mark Wahlberg, the fighter.
Yep.
I
Got
knew
it.
we all had that. Raging Bull.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it. Grudge Match.
Do not have that.
Is that a movie?
Now, do you guys know what Grudge Match is? It's probably one of the greatest.
Oh, is that
ideas-
the old boxers?
Yes, but that was De Niro
Yeah.
versus Rocky, and it was basically
it was that
Raging Bull.
shitty
It
fucking-
was basically Raging Bull versus Rocky. They are the two most famous boxing movies of all time. They made a movie
That looked
together
horrible.
called Grudge Match. Oh yeah, it was awful. I didn't see. I saw like part of it. I like fucking.
It's basically what Mike Tyson's doing.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome though. All right, Ali.
Oh my god, I suck.
Oh, that was one of the first time I ever saw the F word on screen was in Ali.
I was
very
like,
young.
when I was trying to come up with movies for this category, I was like, is there a Muhammad Ali movie? Clearly, I didn't know.
You should have just
Sure
put
is.
Muhammad Ali. You would
Will
have
Smith
Yeah.
plays Muhammad Ali. Very good movie. Hands of Stone.
Jesus
No,
Christ,
you
you're
guys
going to
don't have
rack
that
up
one.
the boxing
No,
category.
you guys don't have that one. I'll just put him down now. That's about Roberto Duran. It came out like 2 years ago. I didn't watch it, but it looked pretty good. And here's the other one that I was telling you about that I got from The Sopranos that I watched a few fucking days ago. Rocky Marciano. Just called Rocky Marciano.
Is that another Rocky movie?
Nope. Rocky
Rocky 7.
It's about the real life
Rocky 7.
Rocky Marciano. Do you guys know who plays Rocky Marciano? That was also on an episode of The Sopranos.
Rocky Balboa.
No, it was Jon Favreau.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is everything I have, though.
I only got one left over then, and it might be up for debate, but I think it's a solid pick. Real Steel.
No, that's not a boxing movie. Jeremy, I have the poster in my room. You think I
They
wouldn't have bet
box
this account?
in that movie.
That's robot boxing, though.
I think I'm going to give it to him.
I don't give that to you. No way.
You think boxing needs to be the real sport?
I'm trying to think if there's another
It's
movie
a
that
boxing
has...
movie set in the future where boxing has been replaced by robot boxing.
And aren't the people actually boxing? They're just not fighting each other?
Yeah, they're air
You know-
boxing.
You know what? I'll give it to you. The only reason I didn't want to is 'cause I'm mad I didn't come up with it. I literally have a Real Steel poster in my room.
You
Which
were
is
looking
why-
at this while you were
Yeah.
doing the list.
I was surprised you didn't say it. I will
I just
take
thought I took away
2
the
points
robots.
for that.
Yeah. I just have one left, too. It's $1 Million Baby.
Oh, okay.
Didn't know it was a boxing movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know. I've never seen it.
I thought it was about something else.
Yeah, she's
It's
a boxer.
She?
It's a woman boxer movie.
Huh. I'll
Yeah.
be damned.
Never
Well,
saw it, but
Is that okay with you, Bob?
Holy shit. Well, I smoked you guys pretty fucking hard on that one. I got 13. What did you guys get?
I got 3.
Jeremy?
Jeremy beat me.
4.
Wow. All right. Well, no good.
So we got 1-1 in categories right now with Jeremy in a distant third with 0.
I do have 7 total points, though. So
Pretty
I'm
good. All right.
feeling
What's
confident
next
moving
category
forward.
for Jared?
All right. Next category up is basketball. Based on the length of my list and the length of your guys' list so far, not feeling confident in this category either.
Glad you're going first on this one.
Let's just start it off with one I know we all have. Space Jam.
Certainly.
How about Like Mike?
Classic.
Great movie.
How about a little Air Bud?
I have it. Wait, so I get a point there?
Yeah.
I'll take my point for Air
I'm
Bud.
worried about this one. I might lose to Bob on this one.
How about Air Buddies?
No. What is? Look that up. Somebody, I'm calling bullshit. Somebody look that up right now.
The Buddies franchise is alive and well.
No.
There's more Buddies movies
Bro,
than
if
there are
you're about
Bud
to list
movies.
like 50 fake basketball movies with a dog in it, we're about to have a problem.
So you're good with Air Bud when you have it, but not Air Buddies when you don't? Oh,
I've never heard of
shit.
Air Buddies.
I gotta say,
fuck
you can't
this.
have multiple of your basketball movies, including dogs.
Yeah. How many more are there?
That's it.
Okay. Fine, we'll give you it there. Fuck you. We'll give it to you there.
Sorry.
Is that all you have?
No.
Okay.
All right, let's go. 2 of them are about dogs.
You don't know how many of them are about dogs. Next one, Semi-Pro.
Got it.
Fuck!
How do you not have
Dude, I
bro?
fucking
Are
forgot
you
so
stupid?
bad. I was thinking of like serious
It
movies.
was the first one I
Shit.
had. I almost watched it after
I might
two.
lose this one.
Man, Ben's gonna. That's
That's
gonna
one of my
haunt Ben.
favorite movies. This is gonna haunt me.
How about Double Teamed? Another Disney classic where 2 twin girls play on a basketball
Did you just
team.
fucking go through
That,
the Disney
look that
Plus
up
list?
too. Look that up too.
Not this week, but
Double
when Disney
Teamed.
Plus came out, this is one that everyone was highlighting because it sounds like a porno.
That's what I was gonna say, Jeremy.
But
Are you
it's-
sure you're talking about the right kind of movies?
2 teenage girls. Here we go. 2002's Double Teamed.
Oh my god, I remember that movie.
2 sisters become world famous basketball players.
Yeah.
All right,
I
that's
guess-
a little fucky, but let's see.
I've got 2 fringe ones.
Oh, can't wait to shoot these
One
ones
that
down.
I'll argue
Air
for.
Buddies was a fringe one.
Yeah.
This one I'm gonna argue for harder. High School Musical.
No.
I have it, so I'm counting.
No
it.
way that
2 to
counts as a
1. I'm
basketball
sorry, but
movie.
it is a
It's
basketball
called
movie.
High School Musical.
He's playing basketball the entire time. I have some movies in here that, like Mike doesn't say like Mike basketball. It's a fucking
I don't
basketball
know,
movie.
but it's about Michael Jordan. High School Musical is a okay. How about this? You know how the it says here when you search the synopsis, says 2 sisters become famous for playing.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's
basketball?
gonna say something.
If it says basketball in High School Musical, I'll let it in.
Any plot synopsis of High School Musical is gonna say Zac Efron is dad wants him to play basketball, but he wants to sing the song that's inside his heart.
If that's in there, then I'll give it to you. But if it doesn't say anything about basketball, then no way.
All right.
I mean, this is a one-sentence thing, but I'm sure
It says
high school athlete.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What
but he's a
sport does he
basketball
play,
player.
Bob? We all know what
I
sport he
don't know
plays.
about that one.
Well, we're taking it because
All right, you
Ben's
can
not
take
that
it.
good.
You can take it.
And then finally, this one will be harder to argue, but maybe Ben has it on his list as well. Uncut Gems.
I almost put that. I was talking about it with my dad as a joke, but that's a gambling movie. That's not a
that's
basketball
not a
movie.
It's sports betting, but they're betting on basketball.
No, it's a. You said it yourself. It's a sports betting movie.
But what sport are they betting on?
No, Uncut Gems came up for me, and I didn't put it on because I assumed it didn't.
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry,
don't get
Jared.
the points because Bob didn't add it.
We won't. We won't take points away. from
Jared's
you,
throwing
but-
too much shit. Jared's throwing shit at the wall, hoping it sticks.
All right, am I up next now?
Yeah, I guess I'll concede.
Yeah. Well, you lost that one. So, all right, I got Hoosiers.
Don't have Hoosiers.
Great Gene Hackman film, Bob. You should watch it. Next one, Coach Carter.
I got Coach Carter.
Next up, one of my favorite rom-coms, Love and Basketball. Great Omar
can't be
Epps
real.
film.
Love and basketball.
Omar Epps.
How can we be sure that's about basketball?
All right, no love and basketball here.
Oh, you're saying all right.
No, I don't
Points.
have it
2
yet.
points. That's big. That's big. Next one up, Rebound, starring Martin Lawrence.
Don't have that.
Next up, another rom-com starring Queen Latifah, Mrs. Right, and Common. Common is
Look
in
that
movie.
one up. There's no way you know that movie. Like,
I
you gotta
watched
do
that
it.
movie.
Mrs. Right?
It's the only reason I know it.
Fuck
Romance / sport, and she's holding a
Fuck
basketball.
It's
me.
called Just Right.
Just right.
You don't even know the name. Oh, hold on.
Take those points
Dude,
back.
I didn't put the points down.
All right,
I
yeah,
promise. Okay, my next movie. He Got Game.
Dude, how the fuck do you know this many basketball movies?
Denzel Washington and Ray Allen.
I've literally never heard of that. Ray Allen's in a movie?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
He's
did you?
Jesus Shuttlesworth. You know
Wait,
that name.
We were texting. The
don't
way you
know.
guys were describing like the difficulty you guys had coming up with your lists, I was like, okay, my list is reasonable, but I have a quarter of the movies you guys came up with.
All right, I have 2 more.
Oh, my God.
Shazam,
Was Shaq?
starring Shaq.
Does he play basketball in it?
The superhero?
No idea. I just know
I don't think.
Shaq
I
is
don't
in
think he
that.
plays basketball in it.
Oh, that's
and
fine
it's
then.
not. And it's not Shazam. That's not the.
Kazam.
Kazam.
It's Kazam. You're not getting points for that one.
Hey, we weren't allowed. This proves I
You
didn't
already,
look it
you
up.
already won the category.
This proves I didn't look at. My last one is Glory Road.
What's that about?
Great movie about a college basketball team that won against Kentucky back in the '60s with the first all-black starting lineup.
Okay. All right. Am I up?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. We said Space Jam, right?
Yeah.
Okay. White Men Can't Jump.
Yeah, don't have it.
I'll take the
Didn't
2
know
there.
it was a basketball movie.
Doesn't matter.
Woody
You guys are
Harrelson.
saying a lot of titles I've heard. Didn't know that they had anything to do with
White Man
sports.
Can't Jump is literally about a white basketball player that can't jump.
Woody Harrelson.
Makes
Great.
Yeah.
perfect sense to me, given the benefit
Which
of
behind the
hindsight.
scenes on that movie, I saw a little documentary about it. So Woody Harrelson apparently was very good at basketball and very athletic, and Wesley Snipes was so unathletic that they had to basically not show him playing basketball on screen, even though his character is supposed to be the athletic one, and Woody Harrelson's supposed to not be athletic. Little behind the scenes on the Big Movie Boys podcast.
Easier
Bob.
to act like you're bad at basketball than to act like you're good at
I
basketball.
agree.
Wesley Snipes is a great actor, though.
You have any more, Bob?
No, let me double check.
I should take some points away for what I said about
Doesn't matter.
Shazam.
How
But
many? How many do you have?
even with the 2 points taken away, then I still have 10.
I have 5, so I not even close.
Let it be known I have 2 second-place finishes from these 3 categories so far. As much as we think I'm doing poorly,
How many points you
How
got
many
there?
points do you
7?
have total, though?
I had 7 that last time, which doubled my total points for 14.
All right, all right. You know what, Ben? Knock it off. Just put the nail in the coffin for us, Ben.
There we go.
Because
Yes.
I don't think we got this.
Baseball's the last one. I will go first again. First up, Field of Dreams.
Don't have it.
Wow. Jeremy?
I definitely thought of that one at one point, but it's not on my list.
Who's in Field of Dreams?
Kevin Costner. And James Earl Jones. I almost want to give that one to Jeremy for just thinking of it.
I'm a little disappointed in myself because I looked at my list and I was like, it's not where I thought it was. It's not on my list.
Now that you say it, I remember it, but I can't remember who's in it or what it's about. I feel like I should have got that one too.
Yeah, sorry you didn't though. Next up, Rookie of the Year.
No, don't have that.
Don't have that one. Never
I'm
even
gonna-
thought of it.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, this
guys
is gonna
with
be
this
bad.
one. Next up, Bull Durham.
Excuse me?
Another Kevin Costner movie. He's in 3 baseball movies.
You just like Kevin Costner.
No.
you don't have it, Jer?
Next up, Angels in the Outfield.
Don't have it.
Got
I
it.
knew Jeremy would have that one. It's a Disney movie. You got a point there, Joe. You might want to mark it down
Yeah,
just in
hey,
case
what's
you
the
back up. Next up, we talked about this movie a couple weeks ago, The Natural.
No.
That's a baseball movie.
When the fuck did we talk about that?
It's a Buffalo movie.
Oh.
It's about a baseball
It's about
player.
baseball? Google
Yeah.
that. I don't believe that.
It's about baseball?
Do it before I fucking write it down if you're questioning.
Is
it.
it about
I believe
baseball?
you. You're the only one who's seen it, right?
They did a baseball
have not
movie in
seen it.
Buffalo?
We were talking about it at dinner the other night, and before we came up with this challenge, and someone said that it was a baseball movie.
Didn't we say...
He's literally swinging a baseball
All right.
right there.
And yeah,
that could be anything.
To become a legendary baseball player with almost supernatural talent.
Robert Redford in this picture looks like he's never even held a baseball.
Yeah, I can't comment on that.
That could
but
be any sporting glove and ball in his hand.
I'm going to mark those points down. I'm going to run away with this one. Next one, Little Big League.
No, I don't have that.
I think
Hang on,
it's a Disney
let me
movie,
double
Jer.
check. Nope, don't have
No.
that one.
Okay, this was I'm glad I came up with this game, knowing I would win. Next up, The Sandlot.
Got it.
Got it.
Sandlot 2.
Didn't know there was a second.
I got it, and it has a question mark next to
Did
it.
not
So I
know
didn't
that.
know if it was a movie or
Did
not.
not know
I
there
don't
was a
know
second.
for sure. We might have to check that
I
one.
didn't know there was a Sandlot.
I'm almost
too.
positive there's a
There
shitty
definitely
second
is.
Sandlot.
There's definitely like a straight to DVD version of Sandlot 2.
2005. Nice.
Sweet, and I'll take my point for that.
You better not have this, The Sandlot Heading Home.
I do not have The
Okay,
Sandlot.
apparently they
anymore.
made a third one back in 2007.
When we do this in 30 years again, I'll have it. Next up, The Rookie.
No.
Negative.
This is fun. Next up, Major League.
Got it.
Nope.
You better not say Major League. Is there a second Major League? Fuck! I
think
did not
there's a-
know if there was another one.
Major League 2 is my next one. There might be a Major League 3, but I didn't write it down because I didn't know.
I had Major League too.
I've actually seen Major League, and I remember I liked it, but I didn't know. I had a feeling there was a second, but I couldn't remember.
Next up, Bad News Bears.
Got it. That's a good movie.
I didn't have it, but I
Oh,
should
I got a
have.
point there.
You got a point for
I got a point for Bad News Bear, or it's
Major League.
too. Watch Jeremy. Fuck.
and I put 2 for that one. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it there, I think, because you're not gonna have this next one. For the love of the game, the last Kevin Costner movie on this.
There's
this
no
list.
fucking way this dude's
It's
been
about
in
a
that
det-
many sports movies.
Yes.
There's
It's a-
no fucking way. You've said
Yes!
it 5 times.
Dude, it's because I only know this one because he plays for the Tigers in this one. And I'm gonna put.
We
that
need Kevin
down.
Costner on the podcast.
I
because
got officially 20 points from this one. Rack 'em
holy
up.
fucking. Oh, you're done?
Yep, that's it.
Hold on. Do I even have any?
I have several that you don't have.
Hold
Air
on.
Bud.
Okay,
Base bud.
okay. I actually do have 2 bench warmers.
Got it.
Okay, shit.
So I get a point for the benchies. And 42.
Oh yeah, good movie.
I
No,
don't.
42.
Nope.
Yeah, shit.
Didn't see it. That was on the list. Hold on, let me make sure.
That's
We
a good
said
movie.
Sandlot, Benchwarmers, Bad News Bears, Major. Yeah, that's all.
Black
I got.
Panther is
Yeah,
Jackie
he's
Robinson.
Jackie Robinson. That's one that got really good reviews.
Kevin
too.
Costner in that one?
Probably.
This is the only category where I have like several that I'm surprised.
Wow,
no
do you have a
one
shot
has
at
so
coming
far.
back?
What do I have? 17 points to make up? No, but A League of Their Own.
Is that a?
Is that a baseball movie? I'm trying to think of that movie.
I'm pretty sure it's a movie about a women's baseball league.
Yeah, that's a good one, Jared. Good one.
Is that okay with you, Bob?
I guess. I fucking guess. Yeah.
I got more to come, boys. We got Mr. 300.
Oh, Mr. 3000.
3000.
Wow,
Whoa, ding, ding, negative
It's about
points.
getting his 3000th hit with Bernie Mac. Wow. I don't
Wait,
know.
wait. They had a movie about a professional athlete that had to hit 3,000
No,
hits,
no,
and they casted Bernie Mac.
It's about a retired baseball player who had 3,000 hits. Then they realized, they went back, looked at it. Some of them shouldn't have been hits. So then he comes out of retirement to get 3 more hits.
That's the fucking greatest idea for a movie I've
Yeah.
ever heard in my entire life.
And it's a good movie.
Wow.
I'm going to give it to you because,
Can we do it next week? Cappy the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
yeah.
It can be.
Regardless, I took the points. So let me continue getting some points here with Moneyball.
Shit, forgot it.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. I feel like I should have had that.
And then the final one,
Up for debate?
maybe. I'm going to.
Don't say fucking Air Bud.
It
Base
is
Bud.
the unauthorized Bash Brothers Experience, which is a Lonely Island rap poem, which is on Netflix.
no.
What are you talking about?
Jeremy,
It's a Lonely Island movie. It's 30 minutes, but it's basically an extended music video about the Bash Brothers.
keep that to yourself.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
pretend you didn't say that.
I just listened to a podcast with Andy Samberg, and
I listened to a podcast
he
about
stands
The
by that.
Lonely Island,
I
and
think it's
that's
about the
where this one
Oakland
came up.
A's.
Yeah, it's about two guys who
Jose Canseco.
they invented that
Yeah.
forearm high five thing that you love doing so much.
I think a movie has to be longer than 30 minutes, so I'm going to say no to that one.
Well, Bob's criteria for a perfect movie is less than 30 minutes.
That's a good point.
Perfect.
I'm going to take those points.
Go
Doesn't
for
matter.
So that is my third second place finish. I ended up winning 0 categories.
But if you went with overall points, I think you're still in last.
You're still in last, yeah.
So don't feel too bad about it.
You want to add them up? I'm just looking at your sheet, and I don't even have to add them up because I know I got more than you did.
I'm at 47.
23.
What do you have?
47.
Holy fuck. Dude, you got like 20 on baseball,
I
though.
did exactly 20.
Holy shit.
I knew I was going to kill you guys in baseball.
Fuck.
Shocker. Ben sets it up for himself, and he wins. But honestly, more shocking is the fact that Bob didn't
I didn't lose.
Shout out to Bob. We thought he would have a puncher's chance.
I did
with
not
boxing.
fucking lose. I did not fucking lose.
You know, I'm proud of him.
You should be.
I didn't think I was hoping he'd come in last, but you know, good for Jeremy to have more homework next week.
What's the fucking movie? Let's do. I don't even know how does this go because normally you're asking
we
me.
pick a number.
We pick the number.
So yeah, I've got a list.
Can I pick the movie?
I've got a list.
Cats.
I've got a list of punishment movies. It currently has 12 movies on it. So Ben, you won, and it's your show. So I'll let you pick. I don't have the list pulled up yet. Just pick a number 1 through 12, and we will all together figure out what I'm watching.
Can I look at that list before I pick a number?
That's not the point.
I'll go with number 5.
Number 5 is Axel.
The fuck is
I've
that?
never heard of that.
That's about the dog.
It's about the robot dog.
That's really bad.
Wow, isn't that kind of ironic? Jeremy talking about all these dog sports.
I've only ever seen the trailer.
And
The
that
trailer
stupid
was
robot
enough.
boxing movie.
The trailer was enough to make me want to cry. The trailer looks so bad. This is genuinely going to be a punishment. So yeah, I guess next week we'll start the podcast with my first ever punishment review of Axel.
I just want to say, I know I set this one up for an easy victory for me. 3 for 3. I cannot be beaten in these.
Just wait till next week.
We're not doing another challenge.
Oh, you think?
All right, so now we're on to, like I said earlier, one of the greatest Pee Wee hockey movies of all time, The Mighty Ducks. Yeah, so this movie was released on October 2nd, 1992, directed by Stephen Herrick. I looked up what the writer and director also did, but it's not coming. It's not coming to
Nothing?
mind. No. They did things.
Just shit?
I can't think of anything right now. I didn't write it down.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter.
Written by Stephen Brill, and then starring Emilio Estevez, Joshua Jackson, Sean Weiss, Eldon Henson, and Lane Smith plays that asshole Coach Riley. And then fun fact, Jussie Smollett. How do you say it again?
Juicy Smollett. How does
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle say it? Juicy Smollett.
He's the little brother of the good hockey player Hall. He's in this movie.
Oh,
Really?
shit.
He's one of the African American kids on the team.
Okay.
On the Oreo line, which we can get into. on
We'll
how
talk about that
racist
later.
was.
Jesus fucking Christ. That was a little
was
too much
fucking
casual
weird.
racism for my children's movie. Holy fuck.
It was weird enough when the other team said it, but when
when
the coach Gordon Bombay goes Oreo line, get out there. I was like, okay.
Yeah, nothing like your casual racism. Gordon Bombay is the absolute biggest piece of fucking shit in the history of movies.
Oh yeah, so let's start this movie off. First off, I had seen this movie probably like 5-6 times.
First time I ever saw it.
Okay, that's what I was hoping for.
First
Jeremy,
time I ever
you
fucking
too?
saw it.
I thought I'd seen this movie. Watched it today. Not ringing any bells.
I know it's like a childhood classic, but man, there's a lot going on in this
You also
movie.
never. It's a terrible movie, but
But it's one of those movies that you watched when you were a kid and you like now.
yeah, exactly. Kind of like a
Like
like
Mike.
a shittier. Yeah, like
I think I like
it's-
Mike like that.
It's the hockey like Mike without
Basically,
Wayne Gretzky. But no, I had watched this movie back when I was younger, and I hadn't watched it in a while, and we were coming up with like sports themes, or at least I was, and I was like, let's pick the Mighty Ducks. And this movie does not age well.
Holy
There's like
fuck, it doesn't.
There's only like 9 guys on the team. For a hockey team, you need like 20 guys. But yeah, I'm happy both of you guys hadn't seen it then. So what were your thoughts? Just like
The thing I want to start off with, because I'm all jacked up about it, is Gordon Bombay being literally the biggest piece of shit alive.
we should go over the things he does.
I actually have a list. I brought a list to the
sure?
podcast today because I wanted to share with you boys. Let's just start off in the beginning of the movie. Gordon Bombay drives drunk as fuck.
He's hammered.
He's literally driving drunk, throws a bottle in his back
Yeah.
seat.
Did I miss and this is an issue I have with this movie a lot, where I feel like every scene is a dream because I don't understand how it started. We just kind of get plopped in the middle of it. Does it show him drinking, or does he just leave the office and then he's drunk in his car?
Just drunk in his car.
Okay.
So after he drives drunk, next thing he does, next fucked up thing he does, he drives his limo over fucking ice with 25 kids on it, endangering their lives.
The driver goes, "What do you want me to do, sir?" And he goes like, "Just drive on the ice."
And Gordon Bombay's only reasoning is that I played hockey when I was 8 years old. I know that ice is good. First thing he fucking does, their first practice, he teaches them how to cheat. Great fucking coach. Real good coach in there. And then, do you remember, this one's kind of like swept under. You know the first game they won? Do you remember when the little fat kid, he gets clear CT, just gets fucking, his bell fucking, not rung, his bell gets cracked in half.
Yeah.
And Gordon's like, "Get off the ice, fatty." This kid's clearly got CT, and Gordon Bombay's like, "Get the fuck out of here." And then, I mean, probably the worst thing he did, he fucked Charlie's mom.
Dude, I have a point here where I'm
Fucks
like,
Charlie's mom.
we're doing spoilers.
Oh yeah, that was the whole movie I just gave away right there.
The thing about this movie is like an hour and 40 minutes, I think. It should have been an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. They did not need the love sequence. I did not need that at all.
The worst put together and just horrible fucking.
Like they had to make
love
Charlie
interest.
get beaten by his previous dad and then like also become like his mom's pimp. Like he's just
Wait,
pimping her
what,
out.
dude? Oh, so when I was watching the movie, somebody was fixing their roof next door, so I missed a lot of it.
No, but like so they ran away from his dad. That's why his
he's a
dad's
beater?
not there. I'm assuming. That's what I'm
Well,
assuming.
yeah, the mom really did much better with Gordon Bombay.
Yeah.
Who's a fucking
Who's an
drunk
alcoholic,
driver,
yeah.
alcoholic.
who literally says take dives and shit. But anyways, and then he's just
She's got
pimping
a
out
type.
her. He's pimping out his own mom to the hockey coach just because he shows him some respect.
So two points I want to bring up there. First of all, I think this movie should be 45 minutes longer because they need to explain something in this movie.
Nothing. Things just happen.
Everything just happens. Like I said, every scene feels like you're dropped in the middle. I think the original cut for this movie was 4.5 hours, and they had to, shave it down to under 2 hours. Secondly, yes, whoever wrote this, the relationship between Charlie and his mom is strange.
Very
at
strange.
best. When he's talking to Bombay about, she has a lot of qualities that men find attractive. I'm like, what are you saying
Excuse me?
about your mother right now?
Jesus.
Why are you trying so hard to set up your coach with your mom?
Yeah, it's
Why are
weird-
you
it's
trying
really
to have
weird.
your coach fuck your mom?
It was super weird. And then I just like how so there's 10 teams in the league in all of Minnesota, I guess. And then
That's the entire state.
eight of them make it, and one of them had to drop out because of the measles. They're just trying to they make the playoffs with a 1-11-1 record. I just think that's complete bullshit. I was so pissed.
I just don't get too is like how you just mentioned it's supposed to be the state championships, but it's all if Minnesota's divided into however many districts.
They make
and
it
the
seem
Ducks
like
are
it's the
District
Hunger
5.
Games, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
District 5.
But if you think about how big are these districts, if it's the entire state, you're telling me that the Ducks suck that bad if they're pooling from a giant
District.
section of the
1/8
state?
No,
Yeah,
it's
are
the
you
poorest
kidding me?
part of the state. It just makes no sense to me. Can we revisit how great of a hockey player Gordon Bombay was real quick though?
At
Besides, at 8 years old, Mike Modano thinks he was gonna make it.
I'm so
I
confused.
thought he stopped playing at 8 years old.
That's the way they portrayed it in the movie is that he stops playing, and you're like, why does this guy's entire life defined by what he did as his 8-year-old pee-wee hockey team? And people know him from it. Mind you, dude, whatever town this is in or whatever part of Minnesota, these people fucking love pee-wee hockey.
Yeah.
Like, they literally have radio broadcasts, newspaper.
The
people remember.
announcers know the plays. When they first do the Flying V, the announcer's like, "It's the Flying V." I'm like, how does this guy know about
Like
it?
it's a
But
regular
people remember Gordon Bombay from when he was 8 years old.
But he never did the flying V. That was made up because of the Ducks. But let's just think about this real quick. Gordon Bombay, Hans tells him, Gordon,
Who the fuck is that guy?
Hans,
Who's this German
What is
Like,
their
in the-
relationship? Who is this fucking guy?
I don't know. I think
expat who
Gordon
escapes
Bombay's
Germany to then set up a skate shop in the middle of Minnesota?
Yeah, that guy's clearly a Nazi.
I don't know the exact math on this.
He was brought over as Operation Paperclip.
All right. So in the regular season, I think there's at max 14 games. That means Gordon Bombay scores 198 goals when he was 8 years old, but he happened to miss the game-winning goal that also the announcers are saying if he makes it, they win. If he misses, they lose. That means they're tied.
Which doesn't make any sense. Yeah,
makes no
they
sense.
actually explain it later in the movie where they're just like, okay, like we actually ended up going to overtime and we lost.
They lost in overtime?
I'm
Okay.
like, but no, when they play it in the beginning, I'm just like, what do you mean that's to win? It's fucking what? Like it's not.
It doesn't make
That's not
sense.
how scoring works.
That was so confusing to me as well because they show that same flashback twice where he misses it and he
collapses.
collapses, and then the goalie
They're
goes
celebrating.
I'm like
they won.
And
You
then,
didn't win the
later
game.
on, they're just like, yeah, and then we went to overtime, and then we lost in overtime.
Okay,
Like,
so
well, then
why-
it wasn't your fault. It was
Yeah, go and fucking score.
You
in
can still have
overtime
a
then.
chance.
That shouldn't be your life-defining moment when you're 35 years old. Is that you missed a fucking penalty
why
shot?
wasn't it a shootout, the final shot in a shootout, to really determine the game?
That's what it
Exactly. That
should've
would have
been.
made more sense. Like
Because
if
then it would have been, I mean,
it
they
would have been
still-
either a tie then or
It's easier to put the blame on him.
It would have been easier if they made it end in a tie and like that ate at him, and he always wants to win because tying is like losing or something. They could have done
yeah.
that, but instead they did some weird
How
thing
they-
where it's like, yeah, we lost in overtime.
the Hawks just chant win, 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 win. They're like, I don't know, they're the worst kids.
The
around.
Hawks are
The coach literally
dicks.
tells them, if you miss this, you're not just letting yourself down. Do you have the?
you're letting your dead father down.
Like, you're letting the whole team down. He just basically, how how you don't bump up a kid before he's about to have the most pressure like in his life? You don't say you're gonna let everyone down if you screw up.
That might be the reason why he's 35 and this moment still defines him,
Maybe.
is because that coach puts so much pressure on
And
him.
also, not to be like get into the mechanics of it all, but he says it's a triple deke. He's just stick handling. He's
Yeah.
not actually deking
Yeah.
anyone out.
He brought it up. He says triple deke 14 times. I'm like, where is the first deke?
Yeah.
You skated in a straight line from the center of the ice in front of the goalie, and you missed the shot.
Yeah, there was no deke involved.
I was just gonna say, yeah. So like that quote and the scene where Bombay's talking to his boss about the community service, and his boss is like, do some community service. You'll learn about playing fair. You'll learn about whatever, treating people with
Which is what
respect or
lawyers
whatever.
don't do.
Between the coach saying that and being like an absolute caricature of an asshole coach, and the lawyer saying, you know, the point of this movie is for you to learn that you need
Yeah.
to play fair. I'm like, wow, the themes they're trying to convey. I get it's a kids movie, but it's about as subtle as a puck to the side of the window of your van.
I mean, and the guy's name is Mr. Ducksworth, which is just the greatest thing ever. And then he ends up being an asshole in the end too. But
What? So I have one question. What is the age range of these teams?
I was thinking they're 12 years old.
Okay, but some of the so it's like that one kid that wears a leather jacket. You know,
Fulton Reed?
Yeah.
He's 18.
yeah. No,
kid
no,
with
no,
the
no, no,
full
no.
s-
No, the
full
oh,
rod.
The
short,
little
the
kid,
short,
the little
yeah.
kid's 10. And I think it's weird. I don't know because Hall, I forget Jesse Hall, I think that's his name, and then his little brother on the team. They're
Yeah.
obviously not the same age, so I don't understand like the age range at all. Like, how are you allowed to be on this team? Who's allowed to be on this team? Is it from like 10 to 15?
Apparently anybody.
I think Fulton Reed is.
Also,
like,
isn't hockey expensive? Like,
that's why he buys all the
but it's
equipment
just
for
I don't
it.
know. It's strange.
I thought this movie was just an analog for wealth disparity in Minnesota. At
Honestly,
first.
it might have been. There's literally at one point at the beginning before they get their equipment, the one kid doesn't have a face mask on, and they're checking.
Yeah, that whole first game that they show where people are wearing like,
They wouldn't have lost 17-0. I'm sorry, they would have lost like 92-0.
Yeah.
but the fact that they're not wearing helmets or they're wearing like bike helmets and stuff.
The
I'm like,
goalie doesn't have a chest protector.
yeah, he doesn't have leg pads. He's got like
Newspaper.
indoor like shin guards that he's wearing.
Yeah.
like indoor hockey shin
Goldberg.
guards.
I'm sorry. That was the worst character in the movie.
Goldberg?
Yeah.
Goldberg!
Yeah.
You want to know who the worst character is? That kid with the glasses.
Oh, that kid's fucking annoying.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know that kid's name in it.
I do have one character that I want to know more about, and I'd say the limo driver. I want a Mighty Ducks spin-off with the limo driver.
Why does he hang around the team after Bombay gets fired and
Exactly.
isn't his hired driver anymore?
Exactly what I want a movie
think of
for.
that.
He's so... And they
He's
couldn't
in the
make him
background
creepier.
of every scene, and I'm pretty sure
doesn't
he's
have, like,
touching
any
a
lines.
child in
Oh,
every
yeah.
scene.
I'm pretty sure that's true. He's
They
not. He doesn't say any words besides like at
In
the
the
beginning.
original limo scene.
Yeah.
They don't do him any favors by like, giving him that look and making him dress that way.
He looks creepy as hell.
But, like, I need to know more about this guy. Like, what the fuck? One, what's his name besides limo driver? But, like, I need to know more. That character
Frank.
to me, when it was over, I was just like, what happened to him? What do you think happened to the limo driver?
He's
I
not
think
allowed
he's
to
in-
live near any of these children anymore, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he's in the second movie. D2. I think he just stays on as the limo driver.
He just hangs out in the background of every scene again.
I don't think he has lines again.
He's in Lost.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what same universe.
Yep.
Dude, just another couple like obvious nitpicks. It's so I just like this movie to like get pissed about everything. At the end of the game to get into the playoffs, I think it is, Fulton Reed fucks up, doesn't get the slap shot off, gets it at center ice with 3 seconds left, hammers one from center ice. What is he, Zdeno Chara? He like fucking hits it 100 miles an hour, goes through the goalie's chest into the net. Makes no fucking sense.
I think there was an entry and an exit wound on that goalie from where the puck went in and out of the goalie
That
himself.
dude's clearly on roids, and like, dude, man, what year did this movie come out?
92, I think.
Yeah, you got casual CTE, clearly kids under the age of 18 juicing.
There's that Hawk that then gets like transferred to the Ducks, and then
Banks.
there's this
Adam Banks, yeah.
There's this arc where it's like, are the Ducks gonna accept him because he's a Hawk? And I'm like, oh, okay, this is like a good theme for like children to learn. Except the solution to this problem is that he just gets absolutely destroyed.
Thought he was dead.
Has his neck broken. He's just laying limp on the ice. It takes 14 minutes for anyone to
And then
actually
his one
run
friend from
over
the
him.
Hawks goes, "What are you doing?" And the other one goes, "My job."
Yeah.
That kid grew up to kill 47 people.
Someone needs to alert the authorities.
And then
for
the
that
coach
kid.
is like congratulating him, like, "Good work, everyone. That was the plan." That guy should be in prison.
Dude, absolutely. You know who? You were talking about Banks. Did you notice that Banks' dad was cheering for the
I was just about to bring that up. Like, what? Until his son gets hurt, he's sitting with all the Hawks fans, cheering on the Hawks. Is that the worst father in the world?
for Pee Wee hockey?
He's 12 years old, and he's so pissed that his son was forced to play on the. He still wants to be on the Hawks. The kid at
I
first wants to be on
don't
the Hawks.
understand how serious Pee Wee hockey is here. That he's abandoned his child to root for the Hawks.
Abandoned his gonna grow up to be an NHL star apparently
Apparently
because
he's
we
gonna
all
be a good
know
player.
what percentage of current NHL players come from Minnesota. They're just breeding them.
They do.
Because apparently every 8-year-old who plays in this hockey league is going to grow up to be an NHL star.
And you remember them. Even if they stop playing at 8 years old, people know you.
I don't know
People
how
on the
good-
fucking North Stars know who you are.
That's what was crazy about. I have to say, Adam Banks, the actor, was the only one who looked like he actually knew how to skate. I don't know if for sure he was skating.
I will say one of my positive thoughts about the movie is the actual like hockey games and practices themselves. I thought looked good. I was expecting
Really?
very close.
See, I disagree.
Shaky
I totally
cam,
disagree,
quick
yeah.
cuts. I mean, it was. I had very low
Are
expectations.
you talking about like the way it was filmed, or are you talking about like the actual execution of what they were doing?
I'm saying on the screen watching it, I'm like, okay, this looks like a Pee Wee hockey
I mean,
game.
it is-
Okay, I can
more
see
so
that.
than I was
It is
expecting.
Pee Wee
to be.
hockey, so it's not like the NHL where you're expecting them to be great. So they're obviously not as good. So that part's true. But I think my biggest and final nitpick of this movie is when Charlie scores the game-winning goal. It shows him sliding the puck across the ice, and then it cuts to it going top shelf, and I just can't
Every
get past
close-up shot of a puck going into a net is
top
not
shelf.
even remotely in the same angle as the wide shot
No,
they
they
showed
didn't
right
give
before
a
it.
fuck. They
Yeah.
were like, we're not editing this.
Other than that, my argument was just being that I was expecting like very close-up, very shaky, very quick cuts, whereas in reality it was a lot of like wide shots. They let the shots linger for a while. You felt like you could follow the action for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah, that part
Yes.
wasn't bad. I also have to say, I played Pee Wee hockey, and I stopped when I was 12 years old. I think the next year we were allowed to start checking. I know this is the 90s, but they're checking like it's fucking the NHL. So many interference calls that were just
every
missed.
check should be
a
an
lot,
interference
A
call.
lot of them were like, guys were flipping over like these were NHL hits. I just couldn't believe it. No, I don't.
That's boarding. A lot of those hits are boarding in today's NHL.
Yeah, that shit was so funny. All right, any final thoughts?
I mean, my biggest criticism for this movie isn't unique to this movie, but the fact that they do the weakest storyline ever, or story plot device ever, where Bombay's talking to, I think it's Coach Reed.
Oh yeah,
and
Riley
he's- or
Coach
Coach Riley, and he's like,
talking shit about his own
he's talking,
team.
yeah, talking shit about his team, but he goes as far as to say they're losers and they don't deserve to live, which is apropos of nothing. It didn't even make sense in the context of their conversation. It was just like,
Coach Riley never said.
I'm pretty sure
hinted at
Emilio
this.
Estevez, like, it probably didn't say that in the script. And Emilio Estevez is like, okay, so I need to say something here that two of my team players are going to overhear me saying, and they need to think it sounds really bad. They need to think I need to be misunderstood.
Yeah.
That's the goal of the scene. Except he just says out of nowhere, unprovoked, that everyone on his team is losers who don't deserve to live. And then his argument later is that, guys, do you know what sarcasm is?
And they're like,
That was it. That was as shallow as it got. He
And
just
then he
like,
goes, have you ever been misunderstood? And they're like, oh, yeah.
oh my God, coach, we have been misunderstood before. You're right.
And before they even get to that scene, there's the scene in the diner where Charlie's like, come on, coach, you can't stop being our coach. Who's going to bang my mom? And Bombay's just like, Charlie, I did everything I could do. I was like, by doing what? You did literally nothing. You walked out to the bench. No one showed up for the game. You forfeited and then quit.
Yeah, he didn't even apologize.
Bombay is literally the biggest fucking dick. He's actually the villain of this movie, if you really
He
think
really
about it.
is the villain.
But you get the vibe, though, that he was very well cast because I actually feel like Emilio Estevez does not like kids. He hated being around these motherfuckers the entire time. When he comes off as a dick, I don't think he's acting. I think he genuinely does not like fucking kids.
When he says, I don't like hockey, I hate hockey and I don't like kids, that made me laugh.
That wasn't even acting. That was just like they had the camera on him and they're like, all right, man, it's a hockey movie with a lot of kids. He's like, well, I don't like hockey and I don't like kids.
This whole movie, I just kept thinking, like, Gordon Bombay, how old is he in this movie? 35?
30ish, yeah.
I think he's 35 to 40, yeah.
I say 35.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, 35 because they're saying he's going to have a shot at making the minors.
Yeah.
They just keep saying.
What a great spin-off.
The whole time, I'm just like, these are issues this guy should have solved 20 years ago.
This dude.
But what happened to him when he was 8 years old on a pee-wee hockey team should not define his
He
life.
scored 198 goals and didn't come back to play the
I
next
know,
year.
but like fucking his license plate says like Hawks win or something. Like I don't even fucking. This guy is the biggest loser alive.
How would you feel if they hung up a second place banner?
That was fucked up. They might as well have had that banner say "Fuck you, Gordon Bombay." Great hockey name.
And your Nazi friend had a fucking thing in his skate shop about you losing the state championship.
I would really like a spin-off of Hans's character.
Yeah, it's called.
Any explanation?
It's actually a prequel. It's called Inglorious Bastards.
Oh man, I
I went through all my points.
I
Jeff.
took
You
a
wanna keep
lot
going?
of notes on this movie.
Dude, I want you to watch the second movie because in the second movie, the Ducks become Team America and play Iceland for the championship, and Iceland is the Hawks. They are bigger assholes than the Hawks. The coach, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling it. The coach of Iceland plays Gordon Bombay one-on-one at one point, hacks his knee, just fucking destroys his knee, and then like that's the rallying point. They rally around him. Spoiler alert, the Ducks are the Team USA. After the second period, they take off their USA jerseys, put the Duck jerseys on, and then win.
I might have to watch that.
Is that legal?
Dude, it's worse than this movie, but better.
I'll say, so again, being my first viewing ever, I was surprised at Gordon Bombay being the protagonist of this movie. I expected there to be a more of an emphasis on the kids in the team, like more like Sandlot. But
no, it's just
I couldn't name any of the kids. None of the kids really had discernible characters.
Goldberg and Charlie Conway. Those are the only two you can actually
Charlie
name.
because he fucked his mom, and Goldberg because he's the fat kid.
And then just Adam Banks because he's the star. My last question, I guess, for you guys, they're big, like, what's the word? Their big insult in this movie is cake eater. I don't know what the fuck cake eater means. Maybe that was a 90s thing.
Like eat ass?
That's what I was like, what? Wait, what does that mean? They call Adam Banks a cake eater and then walk out and I'm just like, wait, what does that mean?
But then at the end of the movie, he calls Bombay a cake eater. And then he fucking goes and slaps up Charlie's mom and then slaps her around later, if you know what I mean.
Jerry, you have a shitload of notes. I had a lot of notes.
My final point that I'll bring up is just I was afraid we would go this. I mean, obviously I knew what we were doing before this review, but I was afraid we'd go the whole review without bringing up Mark Wahlberg. Luckily, we got a little Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch during the shopping spree.
Oh, is that the song that's playing?
Yep.
I checked out.
Good Vibrations.
They did not need that scene either. They didn't need half of these scenes, but Jeremy thinks they needed about 10 more. So I picked this movie because I remembered it as I hadn't watched it in like 5 years, and I always just remember laughing at it because of how bad it is. So I wanted.
Dude, you know
guys
what?
To watch
You know
it.
what's odd? I was expecting it to be really good.
Oh no, you fucked up.
I didn't because I know so many people like love this movie, and I think like I said, because it's a childhood classic. You watched it when you were a kid and you liked it, but you watched it as an adult and it sucks.
Did you know it sucked, Jer?
I honestly did not think it sucked.
The movie in my head and the movie that I watched today were two completely different movies. Like I said, I was expecting something like The Sandlot.
Yeah,
that's almost what I was thinking too. I was like, I thought this was a good movie. Like I was expecting it to be good, and then I watched it. and I was like, no, that movie fucking blew.
How long into the movie were you guys like, oh shit, he picked a bad movie?
when it was 15 minutes in and we were still getting Gordon Bombay's backstory about him being a drunk driver, I'm like, what the? Am I watching the right movie?
Yeah, there's a lot more emphasis on Gordon Bombay being a piece of shit than I was expecting. Which, at the end of the movie, I feel like his arc was like...
They don't really redeem him.
I started as a piece of shit. I ended as a piece of shit. It was more like a straight line, shit to shit.
But now I'm banging Charlie's mom.
Yeah. Any other final points?
I mean, this movie felt like a fever dream. Like I said, every scene feels like you're plopped in the middle of it. There's random scenes like that chase where they just decide to make it 200% speed. But yeah, overall, I don't know. I could have gone the rest of my life without watching it, I guess.
This on IMDb here says 6.5 out of 10. I gotta think it's a lot of... Oh, and then the Metascore, is that what it is? 46, and then popularity. What is that?
Popularity is just for IMDb, how many people
okay.
are searching it. But yeah, Metascore 46, which is kind of a cumulative score.
I should be worse than that, dude. That movie fucking sucked.
It's not even like the Sandlot movie is like a kind of a classic, but like they don't really play baseball in it.
Sandlot's a good movie.
Yeah, but like they should have like revolved this more around the kids, I think, and showing like coming together. That would have made it like a more of like a childhood movie rather than like a hockey movie.
But it's all about Gordon Bombay, and I feel like
Exactly.
Emilio Estevez at the time, maybe I could be wrong, but at the time I don't think he was that big of a name.
I still
that it
just
needed
think
to
Charlie Sheen is bigger than him.
Yeah, like it's not like it needed to revolve around him.
It was a while before I realized it wasn't Bill Pullman,
Wow. I'm trying to think who Bill
Fuck
Pullman
is Bill Pullman?
the president from Independence Day, who looks
Oh, okay.
just like Emilio
yeah.
Estevez.
Okay, yeah. All right, so obviously Charlie Sheen's Emilio Estevez's brother. Is this movie a better movie with Charlie Sheen? It's almost more realistic because he becomes Gordon Bombay in real life.
I'm pretty sure Charlie Sheen actually drinks and drives and has taught a pee-wee hockey.
I can't confirm that, but I would bet money.
Is that based off of a real life event that happened? They're like, we can't get Charlie Sheen because he won't agree to do it. Let's get his brother.
Let's get his brother, and I think that's how it worked. All right, and that about wraps things up. Thank you guys for letting me host my first episode.
Well, you know what? Ben's first episode. Do you guys know what next week is? My motherfucking episode. And it's going to be fucking great.
You sound like Rick from Rick and Morty. Yeah, and that wraps things up this week. Remember, ducks always fly together. Thank you.